Good day, everyone. So, today will be another pre recorded session. So, we will be tackling chapter two. But before we go to chapter two, um, I will be reminding you of a very wonderful promise that God has been given to me each and every day. So, it says here in Philippians 4, verse 13, that I can do all things I can do all this, or I can do all things through Him, through God, who gives me strength. So it is a very beautiful promise from Him, because He He gave us everything, no. He is the source of everything. He is the source of generosity, no, and all that we have right now comes from Him. And God, the God of strength, will help us to conquer in all the challenges this journey um, will give us. So we have to believe that we can do all of these things because He is the giver of the strength, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So therefore, we must keep learning, keep practicing, and keep moving forward. So for chapter 2, this is about accounting equation and double entry system. So I would like to ask you if accounting is hard. So actually, it depends. So if you love accounting, then there's no way for you to treat it or to consider it as difficult, right? So, but if you don't love accounting, then that is where difficulties arise. So, the moral of the story is for us to love accounting. Now, the basic accounting equation is the tool in accounting. This is the most basic tool of accounting, and that it states that assets is equals to liabilities plus owner's equity. So that's in the case of sole proprietorship. So owner's equity is the term for sole proprietorship, under sole proprietorship, but for partnership, it's partner's equity. And for corporation, it's shareholders' equity. So now this is the expanded accounting equation. Assets is equals to liabilities plus owner's equity plus revenue minus expenses. Or we can have liabilities plus initial investment. So from here, initial investment down to withdrawals. This is part of the owner's equity. So initial investment plus additional investment minus withdrawals. So initial investment, that is the funding that the owners put in the business. And then the withdrawals, it's the man. Okay? Withdrawals, um the cash has been taken out from the business, right? Withdraw. Okay? So income, it's additional because it represents or it leads to cash inflows, no? Then expenses, it represents decreases, no? So cash outflows. Okay? So it will lead to cash outflows rather. Now let's go to the elements of the financial statement. So this is with reference to the definition of conceptual framework for financial reporting of 2018. So assets, these are owned resources by the company. So the definition is it's a resource controlled by the entity as a result of past events and from which future economic benefits are expected to flow to the entity. And we also have liabilities, which are these are the items we owed, okay, obligations. So, the definition is this is a present obligation of the entity arising from past events, and the settlement of which is expected to result in an outflow, okay, from the entity of resources embodying economic benefits. So, obligation siya. right? Then it arises from the past events. So it happened already. Okay? So if it's happening pa, no? Padung pa siya mo utang, so that is not a present obligation. So I want you also um to take note of this one, that it will result in an outflow because kailangan mo siya bayaran, 'di ba? This is an obligation of the company. Then owner's equity. So this is a residual interest in the assets of the entity after deducting all of its liabilities. Okay? So mo na siyang nahabilin. So when the company goes to liquidation, or ma-bankrupt na siya, then mag-liquidate na, no? So, dapat i-prioritize ang mga creditors or katong gipang utangan. So, after the creditors being paid, that's if ever na pay nahabilin sa assets, then that represents the residual interest or the remaining, okay? The remaining that is attributable to the owners. So that is the owner's equity. Income. So this is defined as increases in economic benefits during the accounting period in the form of inflows or enhancements of assets or decreases of liabilities. So kindly take note that it is in the form of inflows. So, na ay inflows to the company or enhancements of assets. Okay, so this is a very positive word, enhancement, or decreases of liabilities. So ang imong liabilities mo decrease or maibanan, no? That result in increases in equity other than those relating to contributions from equity participants. So, okay, so it result in increases in equity except or other than those relating to contributions from equity participants. Kay if katong mga items relating to contributions from equity participants, then that will form part of owner's equity. Okay, so dili siya form or under income. So kindly, familiarize yourselves and understand the wordings here. Okay? Then the expenses. So expenses, these are decreases in economic benefits during the accounting period in the form of outflows. So si income inflows, si expenses outflows, and dili siya enhancement. Depletions siya of the assets. No? So depletion of assets or incurrences of liabilities. So madagdagan ang liabilities, no? That result in decreases in equity. So the effect to the equity will decrease, or its impact to equity is a decrease. Again, other than those relating to distributions to equity participants. So if it's distributions to equity participants, so lahi na po na siya. So dividends, no? So it is under this one. Nurse equity. Okay, now let's go to another concept. The account or T account. Gitawag siya T account class because ang iyang forma is really T. T. Hold on. I will draw it here. T. Okay? So T account siya. Because diri ang debit, diri ang credit. So this is a basic summary device of accounting. Yeah, this is the basic summary device of accounting. And a separate account or a separate T account is maintained for each element that appears in the balance sheet, like assets, liabilities, and equity. So separate account, separate T account for each element. So under assets, naa siya another account, no? Accounts receivable, cash, so that must have separate T accounts. And in the income statement, income and expenses. So the simplest form of the account is known as the T account. So debits and credits and the double entry system. Accounting is based on a double entry system, which means that there is dual effects of a business transaction. Okay? So sa recording purposes, na ay effects na ay it will have an impact or it will have an effect to at least two accounts. Okay, for example, one debit, one credit. Pwede ra pod, as you can see here, at least ha. So, pwede, usa ka debit, duha ka credit. Then the total debits for a transaction must always equal the total credits. And for the abbreviation of debit, the debit here, DR, from the Latin word debere, and credit from the Latin word credere. So, correct me if I mispronounce the Latin words, no? So, anyways, these are just, you know, facts and information for you to familiarize. So, again, there is a double entry system na siya dual effects of a business transaction when recorded. So, naay usa ka debit, naay usa ka credit. So, at least two accounts will be affected. Now, these are the balance sheet accounts: assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. So this is the T account. As you can see here, assets on the left side, liabilities, and equity on the right side. This is a powerful positioning of the T account because sa left side class, diri mo increase ang balances sa assets. So, the left side is the normal balance in which balances pertaining to assets increases. So, naasa tay small t account here. So, sa left side debit, diri ang balance or diri ang side na mo increase. Sa right side, diri ang balance mo decrease. So for example, cash is invested in the company. So naatay na dawat na cash sa business, no? For example, the business. Okay, going back to our example. Cash is invested in the business. So for the business, there is cash received, right? So, mo increase siya. So, there's a debit to cash. So, dire siya sa debit na side. Then, for the credit, no? For example, there is a withdrawal of cash, no? So, with that, cash will be recorded as credit. So, mo decrease ang cash sa business kaya there is a withdrawal. So, that will be recorded in the credit side. Now, for liabilities and owner's equity, it's opposite to assets. So, liabilities and owner's equity, ang credit side, dera ang increases record. Okay? So, for example, liabilities. Nangutang ko sa supplier. Okay? Nangutang ko sa supplier. So, credit accounts payable. Dito mo increase ang liabilities nako sa credit side. Pero if mabayaran ang akong accounts payable, no? So mo decrease akong liabilities, mo decrease akong accounts payable, it will be recorded in the debit side. Okay? So as you can see, the arrow is pointing downwards. And owner's equity, for example, cash is invested in the business, right? So si cash, asset siya, ang increases na sa left side or sa debit, no? Ang owner's equity naman, ang pares sa katong cash is owner's capital. For example, Chua Capital. Okay? So, i-record nato siya sa credit. Kay, ni-increase ang, okay, ni-increase ang capital. Ni-increase ang capital sa business, no? Or naay capital sa business nga na-record. So, it will be recorded in the credit side, which is the normal balance for the owner's equity and as well as liabilities. Okay? Kindly familiarize this one as it will guide you, no? When you record the journal entries or the business activities transactions. Income statement accounts. We have income and expenses. So, for the left side, expenses, the normal balance for expenses is on the debit side. So, diri ma-record sa debit ang increases sa expenses. For example, rent expense or salaries expense na mayad ko sa mga employees, salaries expense. So, debit, salaries expense, credit, cash. Okay? So, actual payment. Then, credit. That is for decreases. So, for example, may example sa mga decreases class. Okay, that will be tackled more on the adjusting entry. So, adto ta mo tackle sa decreases sa adjusting entry dito sa chapter, I believe, chapter 4 of our topic. But now, I want you to remember that the normal balance for expenses, it's on the debit side. It is where expenses increase. Okay, and must be recorded. Then, except if there is a decrease, no, sa expenses. So, it will be recorded in the credit side. Then sa income. So the normal balance for income is on the credit side. For example, um, I delivered a service, I performed a service, no? Accounting service. So, i-credit na ko siya professional services, professional fees. Credit siya, professional fees. Then, debit, if wala pa ko nabayaran, accounts receivable ang debit, which is an asset. If bayaran ko, no? Diha-diha dayon for cash, debit cash. So, ni-increase akong asset, ni-increase pod akong income. Okay? So, that is the normal balance. Okay? So, I hope that you familiarize this one. So, for T accounts, again, increases or the normal balances for the elements, no? When we talk about the elements of the financial statements, the normal balance of assets and expenses is in the debit side, is on the debit side, on the left side. Then the normal balances for the liabilities, owner's capital, and income is on the credit side, is on the right side. So I hope that that makes sense. Okay, let's go to the normal balance. So normal balance refers to the side of the account, debit or credit. So debit is on the left side, credit is on the right side, where increases are recorded. So these are the normal debit or normal balances. No, on the debit side, assets, owner's withdrawal, expenses. On the credit balance, normal credit balance, these are your liabilities, owner's equity, and income. Let's go to the types and effects of transactions. Number 1, source of assets. Source of assets. Source of assets, these pertain to increase in assets, increases in liabilities, or owner's equity. Okay, so these are our sources of assets. Okay, so it has an impact sa assets. It will increase the assets, it will increase the liabilities, and it will also increase the owner's equity. Okay, so example, purchase on account. So purchase on account. So when we say purchase on account, that means if on account, that is inutang, no? Giutang. So we have purchases. Then there is an increase of liabilities. So for example, purchases that will lead to an increase of inventories, no? So increase of inventories and then increase of accounts payable. So increases in assets, increases in liabilities, or owner's equity. Okay? Then exchange of assets. So mo increase ang atong assets, mo decrease atong assets. So very straightforward. There is an exchange of assets. So example, acquired equipment for cash. So we bought equipment for cash. So gibayran nato siya og cash. So debit equipment, debit, credit rather, cash. So both are assets. Both accounts are assets. Then let's go to use of assets. Use of assets. So it is there's a decrease in asset, there is a decrease in liabilities. Okay? So example for this one is paid salaries of employees. So what are the accounts affected here? So paid salaries. Paid salaries of employees. So, unsa man ato ang mode of payment, 'di ba, cash? So, decrease in asset. So, i-credit nato ang cash, no? There's an outflow. So, cash is credited. Then, we have here decrease in liabilities. So, salaries payable. Okay? Salaries payable, debit, credit, cash. So, that is when we um have an accruals. Okay, but we can appreciate this more when we go to adjusting entries class. So kindly just familiarize the terminologies, no? Like facts and information. Okay? Next is exchange of claims. Claims. Sa maning claims? Mo claim ko sa ako ang parcel nga wa na deliver. Example na siya ha, sa ato ang personal or daily activities. So, atong i-claim ang katong delivery, no? So, for this one, claims pertain to liabilities or owner's equity. Okay? Claims. So, claims on the perspective of the creditor, iyang i-claim ang unsa man, ang atong inutang, 'di ba? So, then owner's equity claims. So owners unsa man ato ang way para maka-claim ta sa atong mga gipang invest. So that's in the form of profits if there is a distribution of profits, no? Or if in the case of corporation, dividends. So the word here, the wordings exchange of claims and claims pertain to the the element liability and owner's equity. So, liabilities or owner's equity increases, so either of the two increases, then either of the two decreases as well. So, exchange man, no? So, example, received utilities bill but did not pay. So, how do we record it in the company's books? Received utilities bill. Debit, utilities expense, no? Credit, accounts payable. Okay? So, the first one, received utilities bill, it's an expense. How does it affect the owner's equity? So, if expense decrease, it will decrease the equity. Diba? Mauman to atong definition sa um, expense, right? Decreases, that would result decreases in equity. So, debit, utilities expense, credit, accounts payable. So there's an increase of liabilities. Now let's go to the next part. So this is the balance sheet or the statement of financial position. And these are the typical account titles used. Under assets, under current assets specifically, there is cash and there is cash equivalents. Cash and cash equivalents, these are the um, common or typical line items, no, or account titles that are used. Accounts receivable, inventory, prepaid expenses, investments. And property and equipment or non-current assets, land, buildings and improvements, equipment, other accumulated depreciation, then other assets. Then liabilities naman, current liabilities, accounts payable, notes payable, accrued expense, deferred revenue, long-term debt. Then shareholders' equity, common stock, additional paid-in capital, retained earnings, treasury stock. So this is in the case of a corporation. No, kay shareholders' equity man ang naadira. Kung sole proprietorship, that is owner's equity. Kung partnership, partner's equity. So this is an example of the typical account title used in the statement of financial performance. So when we say statement of financial performance, that is income statement. Another name is income statement. So sales revenue, less sales returns. So this is in the merchandising business na. Pero sa service business, that is services revenue or revenues, less expenses, then that is our income or net profit or net loss. Now for the sample problem, we have to journalize this one. We have to prepare a journal entries, then the account, then effects on elements of the financial statements, whether that is an asset, liability, owner's equity, income, or expenses. Now, you have to prepare this one in a journal sheet. Journal sheet. Okay? Journal sheet. So, an example here, a small company named Kaya Kuni. Transactions are stated in chronological order. So, chronological order meaning sunod-sunod. No? 1. 10,000 owner's investment to start up the business. So, there is an owner's investment. So, the answer for number 1, for letter A, the preparation of journal entries, then the account, effects on elements. So, number 1, 10,000 owner's investment to start up the business. Debit, cash, credit, capital. 10,000. Cash is debited, which is an asset. Capital is credited, which is an owner's equity. 10,000. So, letter B mo ni siyang T account. So, cash, na kay 8,000. Owner's equity, 8,000. Okay? So, letter C, effect on elements of accounting. So, ang elements that is affected by this one is asset. Then, owner's equity ang sa credit. So, increase. So, arrow goes up. Goes up as well for owner's equity. So, that is how you will answer this one. Okay, dili lang sa tamo gamit og journal sheet class kay I will instruct you how to use the journal sheet. But make use of your yellow pad, one whole pad. So this is the activity that you're going to answer from 1 up until 9. So naghatag na kog bonus, no? Bonus like number 1 naatay answer ani. So 2 hangtod 9. So you still have to copy. Copy number 1. You have to include number 1 kay ato nang checkan up until number 9. Okay? So and that's it. Chapter 2 ends here, and I want you to be reminded that success is not about being the smartest in the room. It is about being willing to learn, practice, and persevere. So practice, practice, practice. Practice makes permanent. So that ends our discussion, and see you in our next session, whether that's face-to-face or online session or pre-recorded. So goodbye everyone and God bless.